Hi guys, Ian and Pete, Pentec Academy. We've just been chatting about some of the posts on Spray Makes Sense, and one of the ones that came up that was really good. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, there was a post that it really did get a good thread going. And the question was self-taught or training. And it started off, a lot of people were self-taught, which is fair. And to be honest with you, they have no choice but to be self-taught because the training opportunity is absolutely minimal. It was only provided by, which we know, suppliers or reps or manufacturers. And don't get me wrong, their job is to do what they did, which is to sell. So they're sold a course to sell their products. It works because we bought machines and we bought paint. But the fact is that self-taught, I've been self-taught for 20 years because I had no choice. I was lucky that in the early days I had a guy work for me. He was an American fellow, upstate New York, and he got me into spraying. And he taught me some very, very good stuff very early on. The rest of it, my mistakes, my cock-ups, lost time, lost money, lost confidence, almost jacked it in. I almost picked up the roller and the brush again, persevered, and now we've set up the academy. I'm really passionate about training. I'd have loved to be in a situation like now to be able to have done a course like this, where you can actually leapfrog and just cut out all that crap, just cut out all that grief that I've had. I mean, you've been in education a long time. So clearly you believe in training.
Well, that's right. I mean, would you let a surgeon operate on you who taught himself surgery? You just wouldn't, would you? And what I always say to people when they say that they've taught themselves something, it's like you're learning from someone that actually doesn't know anything about what they're doing, because that's what self-taught is.
Yeah.
And I've actually had, through the academy, experienced sprayers that have sprayed 20 years. And they openly admit, every one of them has said, I'm self-taught, I picked up a lot of bad habits, some of them I still do today. Because once you learn a bad habit at the beginning, it's difficult.
Well, there's no one there to tell you different.
There's no one there, so you think you're doing it right, you don't know. There's nobody to say, oh, hang on a minute, go down that one. So once you're self-taught, it's hard really to sort of undo that damage. So you are better going on a course, learning it the correct way at the beginning, and then you're going to do it right. You're not going to make the mistakes over time. And interesting, a couple of weeks ago, I had a guy on the course, and he's not a decorator, and he's basically doing a career change, and he's teamed up with a local lad who's a friend of his, who is a very experienced decorator and a very experienced sprayer. And this friend said to him, you need to go on a course. He didn't say, I'll teach you. He didn't say, teach yourself. He said, you need to go on a course. He said, you need to go on a course because I was self-taught and it's cost me a lot of money over the years. And I just think that sums it up completely.
Tony said the same to us when Tony was over here doing the spray plaster courses. He brought his lab in. And beforehand he said, the deal is I'll come over and help you guys with the spray plaster if you teach my guy. And I said, why don't you teach him? You're as experienced as I am. And he said, he won't listen to me. I'm busy, I've got to run a business, but he won't listen to me the same way he'll listen to you. He respects you guys because he's following you on Spray Makes Sense, and he's taking it all in. Well, he was like a sponge, wasn't he? When he was here, he just literally, Tony loved it. He just said, look, you go teach him. And Tony was able to concentrate on what he wanted to, and his lad just got stuck in, and it was great, and he just nailed it. But the thing is, we self-taught. One of the criticisms that you can throw at us, and you will throw at us, well, hang on a minute, you're teaching us, but you're self-taught. Yeah, okay. But the point is, I've got a really successful business, and I've got really good clients, and we deliver really, really good finish. Proof is in the pudding. You can look at, you can criticise me all day long, but you can see how many hundreds, if not thousands, of posts I put completely spray related. I put myself out there. I put myself on the line. I put myself quite happily out there for criticism. And all I get is positive, is good. But one thing that we've learned off each other is what I know about spraying on site and actually delivering with products and everything else. linked with Pete's education, we've actually managed to meld this thing. And like we said, we're clever enough to actually listen and learn from each of the courses and each of the guys and all the feedback. So we can actually adapt, change and alter. And I'm not being funny, you get 5 guys in here, every one of them is just over the moon.
Oh, yeah.
I get the same.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, experience-wise, I've been teaching apprentices the spray element of their course for 25 years. So I've got quite a lot of teaching spraying experience. I know what's on the syllabuses, I know what's expected, I know what the conventional approach is for everything that we do in spraying. So, you know, I have got a training background, so you know, I wouldn't consider myself self-taught.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll never forget one particular post. The chap, I don't know whether it runs spraying makes sense actually, but John Nevin, who's obviously an experienced Scottish decorator,
Yes.
and he said years and years and years ago he paid about 600 or 700 quid. This will be 40, 30 years ago to do a spraying course, and he said it was the best money he ever spent, and he would recommend anybody that gets into spraying today to do exactly the same thing. Now that to me, that just says it all. He's a successful decorator, he's no dummy, he knows what works and what doesn't, and he decided to spend a hell of a lot of money and go on a spraying course all those years ago, and he's never looked back. I mean, obviously they do all kinds of decorating, not just spraying, but you know, that's basically that's a brilliant endorsement as far as I'm concerned.
I think as well, moving on, it depends whether people want to invest in themselves. I mean, that's the bottom line. You know, some people tell us, well, I don't want to spend the money, I'll figure this thing out. But absolutely, crack on. I had someone post and said, oh, it can't be that hard, I'm sure I'll pick it up. Well, I said that 20 years ago. And every day for me is a school day.
Yeah.
Every day is a school day. And the thing is, with the training side of it, I just find that it's gone. I had it and it's gone.
It's gone. We need presenter training.
This is not rehearsed, this is for real. The point is with the training, you can do training or you don't do training. It's entirely up to you. You can leapfrog and miss all the grief and everything else, or you could just carry on modelling through. Don't get me wrong, you know, you will get there. It depends how quick you want to get there. It's an investment. The machine's an investment, but the bigger investment for me, that's what I was getting. The bigger investment for me is the investment in yourself. I've done training in my business when I first did the marbling. I went up to Clitheroe, which is just around the corner here. I travelled, nearly 6 hours. I did that course probably, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 times. I did marbling, graining. I went to Italy, 3 times for the Italian plaster until we got it right. Okay? I've spent a lot of money and a lot of time investing in myself to increase my business. Every penny well spent. So, you know, it's down to you guys. You know, if you want to spend the money and invest in yourself, do so. But like you started at the beginning, surgeon, okay? Most of you guys work, I don't know, for surgeons, for really, really high-paid, quality customers. They've got big houses. They're working in them. How do you think they got the big houses?
Trained.
They're trained. They invested. They invested in themselves. That's why they got the big houses. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, they're already streets ahead with everything else. But if you invest in yourself, especially the new kids now, if they invest in themselves, and these machines, they've got every opportunity.
Well, there's another way of looking at this. Customers decide who they're going to get to decorate their house. So imagine you go onto a runway, you're going to go on holiday, and you've 2 planes to choose from. So you chapped at first pilot. Well, I'm teaching myself how to fly. I've done it a couple of times. I think I get the hang of it. It seems pretty easy. I've been on a couple. I've seen a YouTube video of flying. So you think, right, okay. So you see other guy says, yeah, I've trained to be a pilot. I've got 10,000 flying hours in. I've got qualifications. I've got 10 years experience. Right, now which guy am I going to fly with today? you fly with a train guy. So you get on holiday, you have a great holiday, you come back, you go back to work, you slip, you fall, you break your leg, you got to go to hospital. Same scenario. 2 doctors. One doctor says, well, I've not really been on a course, I'm picking it as I go along. I'll Google it, see what it is. Other doctor, been to medical school, he's got his degree, he knows exactly what he's talking about, which doctor do we go with? Mm-hmm. So when customers are looking at you and they're going to get you in, they want to know whether you know your stuff or not. Yeah. And you can confidently say to them, I've got this equipment that I've invested in, I've been on a course to use the equipment, and I can deliver a top-class service, guaranteed. You get the job.
So the question is, self-taught or training?
Well, obviously we're by yourself.
Yeah.